Yo Gotti and moneybaggyo are mad at Glorilla because she put a lot of heat on CMG. Just when they thought that the stuff from Young Dolph, they couldn't get away from it, the feds came back, investigated another CMG person, and Glorilla basically put a target on their backs because it's showing how Yo Gotti, moneybaggyo, and everybody that's connected to this Young Dolph case, they all crashing out, they all slipping and gonna get caught slipping by the feds because they relax, they lackadaisical and everything like that. While they trying to get justice for Young Dolph, they basically sitting back and like being all lazy and everything until Glorilla gets caught up. And so this puts a bad look on CMG because Yo Gotti and moneybaggyo, they've been trying to stay quiet so their name doesn't come up, so that nobody that they associate with name don't come up, so that people don't start like putting eyes to the situation that they really being looked at for the Young Dolph. If you guys want to get justice for Young Dolph, comment. Let me know where y'all from. Let me know if you rockin' with Dolph. Put the dolphin emoji. Put long live Young Dolph. And so now that Glorilla, she got out and everything like that, the feds spun back and they started asking questions to Yo Gotti's manager, asking why she was out that night, how come she didn't have security, what was they doing, does all of the artists do this kind of stuff, because it makes Yo Gotti look bad. And so now Glorilla is hurting Yo Gotti and them's chances of getting away, and it's all due to the karma because they know they're not going to get away with the Young Dolph stuff, from setting him up, from having to do with it, whether they put the money up, whether they set him up, drop the location, or work with the people that cookie shop. So now what's happening is that they thought they was gonna be on the low key and no one's gonna bring their name up, and now Glorilla went and did something to where they started looking at them again and start being like, oh, okay, so they starting to do this and do that, being lit and dry, breaking laws, breaking rules. So they're waiting until Yo Gotti does something just like how Glorilla did, so that they could get him, and then they'll be able to ask all the questions and bring up a lot of this evidence and everything like that. They know for a fact that they had communications with the people that set Young Dolph up, and the money, the paper trail, everything that Big Jook was talking about to the feds right before he got hit up, this is what's being brought back into light. They know that there's people out there who they had the connections to Yo Gotti, the connections to Govan, how they got paid from him, and they even knew and met with the people who was in the gray sweatsuits that was caught on camera, even the guys in the getaway car. They all connected together. A lot of people want to see the footage of Young Dolph. If y'all want to see the footage of Young Dolph and everything, like this video right now and subscribe to the channel. And so because everybody knows that if that footage shows, it's gonna actually show who was there. Did it happen the way they said, inside the store, outside? Because we just want to see Dolph walk in the place, because no one thinks that he parked his car there. Usually Young Dolph backs in, and the people that took his keys, they could have easily took Dolph's car, made it look like he pulled up there, and then brought him there to like actually try to make it seem like he got set up at the cookie shop. Because people say that it all started at a whole nother place. Once they was at that Ruth Chris, the Benihana's restaurant, and everything happened in the parking lot where they tried to pull Dolph into the car by his chain, then his shoe fell, and then once the people found the shoe, that's when they knew Young Dolph was missing, because it matches back to the designer shoe that he had in the music video. And everybody knows that for the last 2 days Young Dolph was missing in Memphis. His family even said that. They interviewed his grandma and everybody in his auntie house, and they said he didn't come back home for 2 whole days. And this is when he was seen wearing the yellow t-shirt at the gas station, filling up his car. It was nobody in the passenger side with him. They tried to say he had a security guard, but his brother didn't show up until it was too late at the cookie shop. And so now, once they went back and looked at the footage, they found out that Young Dolph was going around to all these places and his keys were supposed to be missing. And like eventually it got to a point where they basically told Dolph like, yeah, come outside, come outside. And then that's when somebody pretty much like somebody drove by in Young Dolph's car. Once he seen that, the person in the Bentley truck pulled up and said, get in, I'm gonna help you get your car back, I'm gonna help you get it. That's when Young Dolph jumped in, and it was too late. It was Govan in the back seat. They tried to pretty much like do a whole thing to make Dolph choke out and everything like that. They literally tried to knock him out right then and there, and this is how they ended up bringing him to the cookie shop. A lot of people got to realize that the footage just hasn't came out yet, and so once we see the footage, it's gonna paint the whole picture. Everybody has been looking for that, and for some reason they're hiding the footage. They don't want to release it. They know a lot of people that's inside the footage, like Yo Gotti and Moneybaggyo, they're gonna get caught, because once you zoom in, you'll be able to see the faces and you'll be able to see the license plates of all the cars that was driving by. And they're saying allegedly that Yo Gotti and Moneybaggyo, Black Youngster, Govan, and the Big Jook were inside that Bentley truck, and that's the same car that the people said that took off in the parking lot that Young Dolph jumped in. He was trying to get out of it, and they last thing they seen was Govan's arm reaching and pulling him in and everything. So one thing we got to understand is that this whole entire thing is still being solved. We want to get justice for Dolph, and we know that the PRE dudes, they sitting back and they're not trying to crash out in the streets. It's already as bad as it is in Memphis. Like, it's been a whole war going on since Young Dolph, and a lot of people have got get back. They got and revenge was happening. Govan's daughter, Lotta Cash Desto, she got hit up. Black Youngster's brothers, 2 different brothers that Black Youngster had, both each got hit up, and there's a direct link that this was retaliation for Young Dolph. The streets are not playing, man. And then also Yo Gotti's brother, Big Jook, who's the closest person to him that knows all of Yo Gotti's secrets, and they basically conspired together to put the hit down on Young Dolph. Even he got hit up, and there was a lot of rumor and word going around that he was actually about to cooperate with the feds, because they were giving him 75 to life, and basically said that the only way he's gonna be able to get out of it is if he tells on Yo Gotti, because everybody knows that Yo Gotti was the main person who had the beef with Young Dolph and has the money to put up to try to put the $500,000 on Dolph's head. So with all of those 3 people, they knew that they had the guys that would most likely be the ones to try to get back on Young Dolph. And so this is why the back and forth has been happening in the streets. Even the cookie shop's brother, the owner of the cookie shop's brother, even got hit up too, they said, at the mall. And a lot of people that was out there watching the memorial, there's a lot of people that's been like after the fact still got hit up because they seen inside the cookie shop. The guy that was watching the memorial and he saw what happened inside the cookie shop, he literally peeked in one day when they had the blinds too open in the cracks between the boarded up windows, and he saw that it was the chair in there that they tied Dolph up in. They seen the rope, the tape, everything like that, and the sock that they try to put in his mouth. And this is the main reason why 2 days after that, when he seen that, he ends up getting mysteriously hit up. And a lot of people forgot about the fact that he actually saw what he saw. And who knows if the cookie shop and anybody like Yo Gotti or anybody that could get in trouble from that was trying to quickly get him out the way, man. It's a lot deeper than what a lot of people think, and there's more breaking news updates. So make sure y'all stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, like, and make sure you share this video on Facebook and YouTube.